Shanti. Good evening to you all. Thank you for joining for this first of our preparation classes for the forthcoming Mama's Day on 24th of June. One thing that we learned from the Daddies is that every day of confluence age has its own importance. Every day of confluence age gives us an attainment. And there are some special days, like the 18th of January, which is Brahma Baba's Day. There's Shiv Jayanti. And another one is Mama's Day, when our Mama also reached her angelic stage. And what the Daddies would say is that it's the preparation that enables us to take maximum benefit on that actual day. The preparation refines our mind and intellect. The mind and intellect have to develop that power to absorb. And by immersing in knowledge and yoga, by hearing the stories of these BKs, by thinking about the qualities and the insights, it enables us to move closer. And Baba particularly talks a lot about Brahma Baba and Mama as the two parent souls for humanity, Adam and Eve. And so to be closer to them is also part of becoming closer to the foundation, being closer to the source. So we'll meet 2 to 3 times each week over these next few weeks. We'll try and mix it up a little bit because I know people have different schedules and different time zones. And we'll hear one of Mama's classes and then offer the opportunity to ask questions. We're fortunate that Mama's classes and Baba's Murlis began to be recorded through a very large audio recorder from 1958. And so we do have those recordings, and what you will be hearing is the interpreted transcript of those recordings. So I'll hand over to Ranjan Ben to read the first one of those to you today.
Om Shanti. Well, I can say good. Here it's good evening. It's 7:30 in the evening, but it could be afternoon, good afternoon, wherever you are. So it's a good evening here. And this is Mama's class of 11th December, 1958. And Mama has beautifully explained why people are in sorrow and why they are stumbling. So when I read, see if you can tell your answer when you hear the why. So it is 11th December, 1958. They can hear me. Yeah? The one Supreme Soul is the only one who takes everyone back and who knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. The entire world is at present in extreme darkness, and therefore, wherever they go, they only experience the stumbling of sorrow. The first darkness is that why do they stumble? Is that they do not have any knowledge as to who they are and where they have come from. So they stumble, and the result is further sorrow because they do not know the true path. Only the one who has the enlightenment of the beginning, the middle, and the end knows this. This means the true path. Only he who does not have a beginning, a middle, and an end can know the beginning, the middle, and the end of everything. So I think it was today Baba said he doesn't take birth, rebirth. Does it today? Yeah.
And it's a very intricate and sophisticated point that Mama is conveying to us. We have so many who offer us different spiritual pathways. But what she's explaining is that there's a precondition, a prerequisite to being able to guide others spiritually. You must know the beginning, the middle, and the end of this drama in order to guide souls out of this drama and take them back to liberation. And no one knows that. So we're offering spiritual path and spiritual guidance to others, but we don't actually have the full picture. And it's very interesting, isn't it, that who has that full picture? She's explaining the one soul who does not have a role in this drama at the beginning, the middle, and the end, who does not come around this cycle of rebirth. That's the one soul who knows about the beginning, the middle, and the end. All the rest of us, we're inside of the cycle. And one of the processes of death is that we forget. So even if we knew something at one point, we don't keep that knowledge into our next life. And therefore, we don't know because we're within this cycle, but it's the one who is not within this cycle. And the way she's putting it, he doesn't have a beginning, middle, and end in his role in the drama. He has a different type of role. He plays his role now. And he is the one who knows our beginning, middle, and end as well. So it's just a very, very sophisticated explanation of what are the prerequisites and the difference between a human soul and the Supreme Soul. Our sanskars are very varied because we have played many different roles in many different time periods. But Shiv Baba wouldn't have such a contrast and such a contradiction of sanskars because he does not play those many roles in many different ages. So he has that full wisdom.
And now Mama is explaining how Baba knows. So how can someone who comes into the beginning, the middle, and the end know about the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world? Only the Supreme Soul, who is a detached observer, can know this. He does not come into the cycle of birth and death. Only he has the entire knowledge. Those who come into the cycle of birth and death cannot have total enlightenment. And even the religious founders are at present in the cycle of birth and death. So, who can enlighten you? Who can enlighten all the souls, entire world souls? The resident of faraway land is the one who knows about all the religions, and he is the one who will take us back. So we all will go back with Baba. And so therefore only the Supreme Soul can know everything. Will take us back. He does not belong to this world. Since we said that this world is false, the body is false, Maya is false, and the whole world is false, then the traveler who takes us away from this world cannot belong to this world. In Hindi, it might sound better.
Well, it's just this, it came up the other day in the Morally about omnipresence. And so if you really think about it, we have been so foolish to think that the Supreme Soul would be part of this world. This is what Mama is saying. Here, everything is false. Everything is impure. How could someone as pure as Shiv Baba be combined and intertwined with us and this world? What she's emphasizing is his detachment, his separation, his distinction from everything in this iron-aged world. And she's saying that, of course, when the religious fathers first come, they've come from the soul world. So they are pure souls when they establish their religion. But just like the deities, even the religious fathers have to take rebirth and stay in this cycle. And by now, they would also be in the Iron Age. So who are we going to look to for that guidance? It has to be the one who is completely separate from the Iron Age.
So now Mama explains that everyone in this world is false. We have to go beyond the false world, this false world. Although this world will be created again as a new world, there is no trace of this in the new world. No trace of him means Baba, Shiv Baba will not come to heaven with us. Although he creates with us the heaven for us, he will not be there. That world is completely different from this world. So we definitely need the traveler to that world who can take us beyond. Only the one who does not come into this cycle can have enlightenment.
So two types of traveler. The soul is a traveler, a traveling actor, but our journey is around the cycle of rebirth. Shiv Baba is the traveler between the three worlds. So he travels between the soul world, the angelic world, and this world. He does not travel around the cycle. We now want to return home. So Mama is saying, we need that traveler, the one who can travel between the worlds. He is the one who's going to take us back. All the rest of us, we are stuck down here. How could we take each other back home?
That's why the word enlightenment, Mama mentioned 3-4 times in this one paragraph, because Shiv Baba is ever knowledgeful, ever. That's why. And enlightened, he is beyond. No one can return home until this cycle has completed its beginning, middle, and end. You know, sometimes religious gurus, and they say that they want moksha. They say they have become enlightened and have gone to nirvana. But that's why Mama is saying that until the cycle is finished, no one can return home until Baba comes and takes us all together. But like a Buddha, and that's I think he was enlightened and went to Nirvana. But that's not the law. No one can go until the end of the cycle. And we all will return with the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Guru, Satguru, will take us all back. So, nor is there anyone who has received mukti and through whom you can receive enlightenment. Mukti means liberation. So we all will go until we have enlightenment and liberated totally. No one can go there, means to Paramdham, to the Supreme Abode. We now know the complete difference between the Creator and the creation. Since we have to start the cycle from the beginning and reach the end, how can anyone return home in between? So Mama has explained, clarified it now. No one can return in between. The cycle also has to change its stage number wise. So by the stage means the stage like Satopradhan, completely pure to middle, and then completely degraded, viceful. Until we become viceless, we can't return. So only the one stage number wise. So no one can return home until it is the end of the last part of the cycle. Only the one who has this entire knowledge, only the Creator would know the beginning, the middle, and the end of the creation. Human beings cannot be Trikaldarshi. So it has been, and Mama has explained the knowers of the three aspects of time, the beginning, middle, and the end. That is Trikaldarshi. Human beings also go through their beginning, middle, and end number wise. You cannot instantly go into old age from childhood. So like also she's talking about physically also, when we have to become a baby and then infant, and then we grow into a teenager and youth, and then we cannot become old instantly. We have to go through stages. So going from childhood, all these are the predestined laws. It is the law. So now your intellect is enlightened. You now know the complete cycle, and you know it now when it is the time to go into the beginning of the cycle. So heaven will be, this world will end and will go into the beginning, the heaven. So Baba said, Mama says that now when it is the time to go into the beginning of the cycle, if we were to be Trikaldarshi, now you remember what Trikaldarshi is, beginning, middle, and the end. At the beginning, that is, if at that time we were to know that we would descend, there would be no experience of happiness. So we only know everything now, that is this confluence age, because Baba is still here at present, helping us to make efforts And so confluence age, Baba comes. He doesn't come into heaven, he doesn't come into hell, he comes into confluence age. And it is now that confluence age we know everything. Otherwise, if we know in the beginning that we are going to fall down, we won't enjoy the happiness, full happiness. So we only know everything now at the end. The deities do not need to be Trikaldarshi, nor do those of the Copper Age need to be Trikaldarshi. The Supreme Soul comes at the end when the game of the three aspects of time is to be finished. So this is a play, world drama, huge world drama. So Mama says it's a game, and until the game is ended. Whilst the game is still continuing, there is no pleasure in seeing it from in between. The Supreme Soul is now explaining the story is about to end. It is now the end of the end, end of the end. Then a new story will begin. Thus, this cycle of this story is predestined. There is only one world history. So it's a one world history. All this knowledge is in your intellect, and that is why you have the happiness that you have a part in the story that is starting again.
I think this is one good wish I'm going to take with me from this class. That if there's one thing that all of the human beings in this world need, we need a new story, don't we? We need to start afresh. And I think this is something I'll keep in my heart and fill with yoga power. That what do we want? Souls are burdened with their past. Countries are burdened with their past. We need a new story. So I really like this point that Mama's mentioning.
So that's why Mama says there is only one world history. All the knowledge is in your intellect, and that is why you have the happiness that you have a part in the story that is starting again. So we will come from the beginning and we'll enjoy the full happiness of the heaven. We know that the one who knows this entire knowledge is the traveler from the far away land. He himself comes to take us back home. Human beings cannot do this. If human souls did this, means if human souls can take us back, they would not come into the cycle of the beginning, the middle, and the end. They would have to be separate from the cycle. But only the Supreme Soul, the Master, is that human beings think that there are many incarnations and that there is an incarnation at every age. In Hindi, to explain Hinduism, they have every religion have Yuge.
Meaning that they think that in every age there will be different incarnations of God. But Baba says he comes now once in the cycle.
That's why Baba often says in Sakar Mulis that you have insulted me so much by saying omnipresent, and Hindu bhakti they said go to 24 incarnations, some say more, in fish and all the different animals and all that, in pebbles and stones. And that's why Baba says the Bharatvasis insulted him more, a lot. And yet the merciful one came to take us, liberate us. So every age means in Hindi, it's yuge, yuge. But there is no need for him to come at every age, because the cycle still has to continue to spin. Means Baba said in the previous passage that its cycle has to end. This is the end of the end. The entire cycle has to go through before Baba can come, incarnate and come. So he incarnates only once in the confluence age. We now understand the law of the cycle. So if you look at the picture of the cycle, and at midday there's a separate age, small, before. So it is a symbol of confluence age, which is a leap short age. And so Baba is talking about that cycle, that now we have understood cycle. So what should we do to create to create our reward? Baba is asking, Baba has questioned us, what should we do to create our reward? What stage is needed? No one can relate the full knowledge of that. No one has been able to give the knowledge of what all the stages of human beings are, and how we can attain these stages. Means only Baba, until Baba came, none of us, we did a lot of religious, devotional bhakti, but we didn't know. We were still stumbling and wanting to find out more until Baba came and explained. So this is why now we have all the knowledge and of the stages, why everything is happening, how we went through the cycle. Now we can again, we can attain those stages. Everyone just gives a little explanation about something according to their own understanding. Only the Creator can explain what the elevated stage of human beings is. We now understand about the darkness because we also know about the light. Now Mama is summing up. She started about from darkness, that we are in total darkness, and now she's explaining. We now understand about the darkness because we also know about the light. The world does not know that we are in darkness, because even if we tell people, we still some refuse to understand, to accept it. So they think that we are now progressing and becoming enlightened. But that enlightenment is such that it takes them towards degradation. We can only know this when the one who uplifts and us explains to us the world is now totally ruined. People understand this. but only the Supreme Soul knows the method to reform the world. How could those who are themselves degraded put this method into action? Everything of the whole world is degraded. Even the 5 elements are degraded. The reformation of everything is now in the hands of the Supreme Soul. Acha, Om Shanti.
Would anyone like to ask any questions before we end for this evening? Or make any comments? Okay, let's finish with a few minutes of drishti from Mama, and then we'll close. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good night.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti, thank you. Good night. Bye.
Bye.